Hey guys, welcome back to GWiz Academy. Alright, so in our last video, we have learned what is variables and why do we use variables. Why do we use variables? In the sense variables are nothing but a container that holds the data in it so that we can do stuff. In the sense we can process the data based on our programming language, right? So that is what variables are. More examples and logics and all those things we will see very soon. But for now, that is what variable is. And now that we know what exactly is variable, what is variable? Variable is a container that stores the data. Now, when it comes to storing the data, this data can be of different types, right? Data will be different types or in different formats, right? So by default, Python has some built-in data types. Data types in the sense data can be number, data can be a text, data can be a complex number, data can be an array or boolean, right? So there are different types of data available. So one by one we will go on and dive deep, and we will study all the data types one by one. But for now, you need to understand that in Python we have default 8 data types. Okay, so what are those data types? First is text type, text data type. Second is numeric data type. Third is sequence data types. Fourth is mapping data type. Fifth is set data types. Sixth is Boolean data types. Seventh is binary data types, and then none type. If it doesn't fit any of these data types, then it is considered as none types. These are the most important default built-in Python data types. So under text data type, what kind of data is categorized as text data type? If the data is string, then we consider it as a text data type. And why are these important? These are important for our analysis, and these are all the exact data types. So if a text, if there is the data which we are storing inside a variable is a string, then we call it as a text data type. If the data that we are storing inside the variable is integer or float or complex number, then we call it as a numeric data type. Let's say this is x is a variable, and in that variable we are storing a string called as Rakesh. So now what we did, we are saving the string called as Rakesh inside the variable called as x, right? So this Rakesh is nothing but a data that is being stored in the variable. So this data is string. So now we tell this variable as a variable that holds the data. Which type of data? Text data type. Now the same thing, if the variable x is holding let's say a number 45, then it is an integer, right? So then we say it as a which data type it is a numeric data type, right? And if in case x holds a float value that is nothing but 45.001 or something like that, then we call it as a, still we consider it as a numeric data type. And then in case it holds a complex number, what is complex number? If x is equal to 24j or x or y, something like that, right? So then it is a complex number. It doesn't count as an integer or a float value, right? So we call it as a numeric value. Similarly, we have list data type, tuples data type, range data type, and so on. And on the left hand side, we are seeing these are the categories of data types. First category is text data type, numeric data type, sequence data type, mapping type, set types, boolean types, binary types, and so none type. So one by one we will enter into, we will learn about string data types. We'll then enter into integer, float, complex, list, tuples, range, dict. Dict is nothing but dictionary. It represents dictionary, right? Set, frozen set, boolean, bytes, byte array, memory view, and none type. We will learn all these things one by one. If you are watching this video, or if this is the first programming course for you, then please don't get overwhelmed by the terminologies that I'm using. Okay, so till now there are only two terminologies that you need to know. First terminology is something that we have learned in the last video, that is variable. Okay, what is variable and how to create variable, right? And now in this video we just saw data types. Data types are of 8 categories in Python by default built in. So what are the eight categories of data types? Text data type, numeric data type, sequence data type, mapping data type, set data type, boolean data type, binary data type, and none data type. So we will go and see various examples and how to work with all those data types and stuff like that in our future videos. But for now, these are the categories of data types, and inside a text data type, how many data types are there? String data type. If a variable is having a string data, then we consider it inside a string data type, right? Similarly, integer, float, complex, list, tuples, range, dictionary, set, frozen, set, boolean, stuff like that. We'll go through and learn about these things one by one, right? So yeah, don't get overwhelmed. You can just understand. You don't have to memorize any of these things. You don't need to memorize any of these things. Just understand that if it is integer or float or complex, then we consider it under numeric data types. Okay, so whenever we learn any programming language, all we need to know is how to create variables and how to work with variables, how to create data types, what types of data are available in that particular programming language. This is data types are there in programming language, and how to create loops and how to create functions. That's it. It's the basic of any programming language. Now we have understood variables, and now we need to understand data types. We need to go through each of these data types one by one and learn about these things, right? So in this course, I will go through each data type one by one, right? No hurries. We will go through one by one, step by step. We will dive deep into these concepts and learn. Okay, so I will save this file as well, and in our one by one chapter, in our next chapter, one by one we will tackle these data types as well. We will see several examples and learn more about it, right? So thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. If you don't understand, please let me know in the comment section below, or if you find difficulty in understanding these things, please let me know in the comment sections. And don't worry, you simply have to understand this video. If you could not understand anything, please watch it once again. If you still did not understand anything, let me know in the comment section. I'll try to explain once again. And make sure you watch the complete series before you ask questions, because several times what happens is you will get answers in next video or next chapter or succeeding chapters, right? So yeah, we will go through one by one: string, integer, float, complex, list, tuples, range, and stuff like that. So, and then we will understand clearly what exactly is this data types and how to work with those data types, right? So thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. We'll see you in the next video with one more concept on Python programming language. Thank you.